Alright, we're back. Hope everyone had a good Christmas and a new year. But yeah, glad that it's all over. The gut's really thanking me now. Yeah, just went a bit stupid over Christmas, but anyway, food and drink. So yeah, you saw how long that took to jack up. It actually took a bit longer. I've developed a leak in the line where one of the main lines hooks into the box. As soon as you press up, one of them leaks for about 3 seconds and then stops. So I don't know what that is. I might go around with a spanner and tighten everything up, because that's what I didn't do on the line. I did it on this bit, but not on those lines or on the box. So yeah, I'll go through and make sure that's all tight. It looks to me like it's actually leaking from where the connector is, not from where the connector threads onto the pipe. It looks like it's leaking from the connector, so it may need a new connector. But anyway, see what happens. So this video I might break this video into two. We'll see how long it ends up. I'm not sure yet. But what we're going to do today, right now, is take the air filters out, and I've got some K&N air filters to go in. They finally rocked up the other day. I bought them a long time ago. They said they were in stock, and they were the only place in Australia that I could find them in stock. And then after 10 days, I sent him a message saying, you normally ship, your thing says you normally ship in 5 days. And he said, oh, well, they're coming from America, and they haven't shipped yet from America. So I said, well, you kind of said they were in stock. But anyway, it's the only place I could get them from, so it doesn't matter. So before I go, there's a fly there. Before I go pulling things apart, oiling oil filters, I want to take these out, take them in the shed, and make sure that they're going to fit, that they're the same. I don't want to go and waste all oil on the new K&N filters, because you need to oil them, and then get here and they don't fit. So yeah, so we'll rip these out. Get to try out my new neck light that I bought myself for Christmas. I bought myself 2 Christmas presents. So I got a neck light. It goes around your neck, obviously. I splashed out and got the Milwaukee. I was gonna buy a cheap one, but a good cheap one. This was only 110 bucks. So a good cheap one was like 60. So I thought I've only got a couple things that are Milwaukee, and they work really well, and no exception. This is there's no spotlight in front of you. The whole area lights up. You can kind of see it. Actually, you probably won't. Yeah, you probably won't notice it. But yeah, you can see it's not like a spotlight. Kind of looks like a spotlight on the camera, actually. But yeah, it's a very even, nice light. So yeah, works out well. What else did I buy? Oh yeah, I got a new blower for the garden. So I'm getting rid of, if you remember, I used to have the whippersnipper, the steel whippersnipper hanging up there, petrol. I only bought that because of our vacant block. It's not vacant anymore. They've actually started building. They've ripped all the weeds out, and slabs going down in like 2 weeks for the new house. So I don't need that anymore. So that's going to get sold. And also my petrol blower, which is a steel as well, same series as my whippersnipper. That's going to go. Only because I just went and filled up the jerry cans with some fuel in it. We had 2 really hot days here, like 43, 44 degrees. Went to fill it, and there was no fuel left. It had leaked all over. I'll show you in the shed. We'll leave here. And another reason, if you see me in that time lapse there, I brought the door down just to check, because this car's going to be up here for a while, because I'm not doing it's due for an oil change, but it's not happening today. Got my photos framed as well, so I can print this size photos. So I've got a little photo printer that'll do that, but I can't do these size. So I got them sent away from them. So all good there. I just want to make sure, but I'm pretty sure it's going to fit. I didn't go all the way down, but there's nothing hanging out. Nah, plenty of room. Perfect. So that's, yeah, I should have really taken note, because when these lift, they lift up and forward. So the back end was further back this way, and then as it lifts, it goes like that. So I just jagged it. Oh, there you go. There's a good. So the bolt has to be on the crack of the concrete. That bolt hanging out of the frame has to be on the crack of the concrete, and then you can line everything up, which is all good. But yeah, that works out quite well. So let's go. And I also got, this wasn't a Christmas present, this is just because it's a roll of black vinyl. I'm going to try my hand at doing this again. This side's pretty good, but I just noticed I don't go around the other side too often, but I cleaned the car the other day and the passenger side's starting to peel all under here. It's starting to break and peel. It's not the paint. I'm pretty sure I might have got some ceramic coat on this when I was ceramic coating the car, and the paint just will not stick to ceramic coat. Even when I was painting it, I noticed where the ceramic coat was, especially up on this top edge, it was very, very thin. Everywhere else was really good, but the paint just runs off where the ceramic coat is. So I think that's the drama. But I'm so reluctant to pull this off because this side is really good. I don't want to pull it off and then try and do that, and then I can't do that properly, because I guarantee I don't have patience to do that. But I've had quotes and they want $500-600 to do that in a gloss black. No one wants to do it, and they're just overcharging. So it's either leave it the way it is or do it myself. So all good. Let me take these air filters out. Let's see how we get these out. I've never had them out before, so hopefully you can see. So I'd assume it's just 2 clips. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. It's got a bit of stuff in it, but it's got like a pre-filter. Is that part of? Oh, that's part of the filter. Okay. So how does that come out? Oh, right. Okay. So probably don't want to mix them up. Yeah, there we go. I've never seen a filter like that before. But yeah, definitely bugs in there. So yeah, all good. Oh, that was easy. What I might do actually is I'll bring one of these to make sure that the new K&N fits in here. Because if it fits in here, it's going to fit in the car. So all good. We're going to have a better look at these in the sun, and I'll show you what happened with the old whippersnipper. I better bring my phone. So I've got a couple of hours to kill. That's why I started doing this. I was going to do this oil change and air filter all on the same day, but I've got a couple of hours to kill. It's a Sunday here, and the shops don't open till 11, and it's like 8:45 at the moment. So yeah, so I thought I'd just keep myself busy until we got to go to the shops. I don't even know what we're getting. I think the missus needs something, but she wanted me to go with her, so I'll go. The dogs, we just come back from the dog park. I don't have the. Now I'll go and get the keys. Yeah, so just got back from the dog park. Took the dogs for a bit of a run, get them a bit of exercise, and when they come home, they're filthy. They've got other dogs licking them and playing with other dogs, so I always give them a bath. That way they're nice and clean, and they normally get a bath on a Sunday anyway, so all good. Nothing's really changed in here. So that's the whippersnipper I'm going to get rid of, and the blower just there. So that's probably about 4 years old. That's about 1.5 years old. Never been serviced because I've only used it probably 4 times, and that's had a service in October. So yeah, now I'm going to get rid of them. Had some nice rides on the bikes. Might as well give you an update what we've been up to the last 2 weeks. But yeah, we had Christmas Eve here with my missus's family. So that was nice. We had everyone over for dinner. I'll put some screenshots up, but we had lights and yeah, everything decked out. We had our King's esky fridge thing outside, so everyone put their drinks in there and didn't have to go inside. It was quite nice. It was a really nice night. It was only like 26 degrees, I think, on Christmas Eve. Plus, people didn't come here till 4 o'clock, so it was actually quite cool. It was a nice breeze. And then Christmas Day was like 23 degrees. It was like the coldest Christmas in 60 years or something. Yeah, it was really nice, and that was at my folks' place. I don't know if I got any photos of that, but yeah, that was pretty good. And then yeah, heap of rides. We actually went. We used to go when we had the big. I've still got my big scooter, but it's inside. We used to go on massive, like 70-80 kilometre rides, and then they're kind of illegal now. So, and if they catch you with them, they take them. The cops take them, crush them. So that's why I bought that scooter, because that's fully legal, that scooter, and this is a fully legal e-bike. we went on a last couple Fridays ago, and I told my mate, because this bike doesn't have enough battery power to only use the throttle. You have to pedal. It's a pedal assist bike, but it's got a bit of throttle, but not a lot. Definitely not enough battery to do 70, 80 Ks. And my mate said, come on, let's go. And I said, well, I'm not using my scooter, I'll have to use my bike. And he had his bike, my other mate had his bike, but they have 1500 watt big batteries, can do 140k range kind of stuff. They only go about 60 k's an hour, but yeah, it's got the range. And they don't have to pedal. Not entirely legal. But anyway, that's a different story. Anyway, we started going, and then I kind of was getting in the groove a bit, and then before we knew it, I'll put a screenshot. I think I did save a screenshot actually. We were like south of the river big time, and I was starting to get tired, and my bike was starting to get... Anyway, towards the end of it, it worked out. It was about 70-kilometre ride. And I haven't ridden in weeks. I haven't done my exercise bike, haven't been in the sauna, haven't done anything, and all of a sudden I've jumped on this and done a 70k ride, and I was absolutely my bike came back with about 4% battery, I think it had. I've just used all the battery I could, but I was pedaling. We left my mate's place at 6. I didn't get home till midnight, so it was 6 hours. But we stopped for dinner. We had a bit of a chat at my mate's place. So let's say 4 hours of just solid riding, 4.5 hours of solid riding. But yeah, I managed to make it home. I don't know how, but I had to have a shower when I got home. I put hot water on my legs and everything, and they were just burning. Woke up the next day, not too bad, but I couldn't really walk too well. Took me a good day to recover from that, so all good. The solar panel is smashing, really good. That King's 100-watt solar panel. Oh, there you go, 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and we're already up at 13. That's full. I'm pretty sure this will battery full. Yep, it's on solid, that light. And that's my setup. You can see it there. So I've got 2 batteries. So the original battery I started off with is at the back, and this is the new battery my old man just got me. So they're wired together, so all good. What I'm going to do is make a new panel up, because this is a bit hacked together now. I'm going to get another timer. This one obviously called Garden Lights, you can see there. I'm going to get the exact same timer, put it next to it, and move all these things over. Maybe able to fit it, I don't know, but I might make a new board just to make it look nice. And then the new timer is going to run that extraction fan up here. So then that way I can have that solar powered at the moment. Solar panels up on the roof. It works fine now, you can barely hear it, but in the morning and the afternoon when the sun's very low and it's not getting a lot of voltage, it's squeaky. It sounds like there's a bird in here really bad. It's really annoying. So I've got to, if you're in here, you've got to turn it off. That's what this wire dangling down is. I just disconnect it and it turns it off. So what I might do is wire that to a separate timer. So then that way it comes on at 7 in the morning, whatever, and then doesn't turn off till 6 at night. So it's only operational while the sun's up, which is kind of what it's doing now, but at least it's going to be getting full power at all times. And that's plenty of juice in those batteries to run it. Plus it's only running during sunlight times, so the extra power that this thing's that's charged already. So for the rest of the day, that solar panel's not doing anything. So now it can run this fan and actually stress the batteries, and it's not even going to do that. But anyway, yeah, I took a whole heap of video. We actually went to Yanship yesterday. I put some nice photos there, but never been before, and it's like 35 minutes from my house, but it was really nice. I ended up having breakfast there. And what else did we do? Just had a bit of a walk along the beach, not on the sand up the top, not into that. But yeah, it's really nice. And it's funny, there's some rocks kind of 50-60 meters offshore, so all the waves break kind of before the beach, and I think they call it Yanchep Lagoon. And then the water's really still. You'll see it in the photos anyway. So yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, it wasn't really a dull day. We were out most of the time and enjoying life. So yeah, it worked out well. So what we'll do, we'll pull the Nissan box down. This is my bag of tricks for the Nissan. So I suppose this is a kind of a Christmas present as well. That's all we need, I think, yeah. That was a good catch. Wouldn't have been able to do that 4 or 5 days ago. The sensors weren't up to scratch back then. Here we go. So there's 1, 2, and then I also got, it was a bit on special as well. I think this was actually Black Friday deals. It wasn't Christmas deals, it was Black Friday, yeah. So that's how long ago I ordered it. Cleaner, we won't need that today because they're clean already. And just, that's the oil. And I'm not even going to watch the video. It's literally just spray oil on it, not too much, and let them sit. It says 20 minutes. I'm going to put them back in, but I won't be starting the car for a while, until after I do the oil change. Tomorrow's going to be 37, so it's not going to happen tomorrow. So it'll probably be Wednesday by the time I get around to the oil change. So they'll have plenty of time to soak in the oil. I did mention in another video, but if you haven't seen it, if you go and really drench these and get a lot of oil on them and don't let them sit for too long, or you put too much oil on them and you can let them sit for days, the oil's not going to go anywhere. When you're driving your car, it can suck oil through. It won't damage anything, it'll just give you, it might throw a light or something, because a little drop of oil has gone on your mass airflow sensor and stuffed it. So definitely want to avoid that. So yeah, this is going to be a big difference because that's going to slow your air down big time, this thing, and that doesn't come off. That's glued to that. So yeah, I'll clean them out and keep them. I'm definitely not going to throw them out. Probably should have seen which way these go, but I'm pretty sure they go that way. Yeah, perfect fit. Yep, nice. That's the right one. I think it goes that way, but I don't think it matters either because they're pretty much the same, whichever way you look at it. Yeah, I think they've got oil on them, you know. There's oil all up here, and that feels oily to me. I'll give them another one anyway. But they only fit one way actually, so that's good. Yeah, they definitely don't fit that way. Yep. So easy. So I'll give them a bit of a spray down. We'll probably do them here. Hang on. From memory, this stuff's red. Oh, yes it is, yeah. That's enough. That's all you need, both sides. And you want to make sure you don't want to do it on an angle because you're only going to hit the tops. You want to put it 90 degrees straight in, so you get it right to the back of the fins there. That's it. When you think you've put not enough, stop, because it is enough. That's my theory for cooking steaks as well. It's taken me years to work it out, but yeah, when you think, oh, I should do a little bit more, that's when you take them off and they come out really nice. But anyway, yeah, so we don't need any of that. Yeah, no, I don't need that. I'll keep that. Will probably go back in the Nissan box, and same with oil. Yeah, for only 5,000 Ks, these were pretty dirty. Just tapped them and yeah, you got a bit of stuff out of them. They're pretty clean inside here though. Yeah. Anyway, all good. You can see there's a bit of cuck there. But yeah, same deal. I'll keep them. There's no need to throw them out. And we'll keep that, and that'll go all back in the Nissan box, and probably get thrown out in 5 years. These ones, when I don't use them. But until then, make sure that these are good. I'm sure they will be. I've seen some testing on them, so they reckon. They did dyno them on my specific car, and they picked up like 10 horsepower, 10, 12 horsepower, something like that. So, makes sense with a turbo because your airspeed's a lot more, I suppose, because it's the forced induction. But yeah, anyway, all good. And the blower, yeah, so that's going to go. So what happened was, I've got that little shed out the back here. We're going to have a look. And that's where I keep all my fuel, because I really don't want it in this shed for this reason. And it's never happened before. But we have had some very, very hot days. So I think I had it, you can still smell it. So I had it in here, and it was all swollen up, the bottle's in the shed now, but it's empty. And there was unlucky, there was a rag sitting somewhere around there as well. And it must have gotten so hot in here that it's expanded and all the fuel's come out. It wasn't tipped over. It must have turned to vapor in the bottle, and it's all leaked out under pressure. There was literally one tank. I had a litre of fuel with oil in it, and there was probably just enough for a tank after like 300 mils, so like 700 mils has leaked out. And there was a rag under it, so that was fully soaked with fuel. It's really stunk in here. You couldn't really stay in here, you get a headache. So I was like, geez, that's not good, so I'll have to go and get some more fuel. Anyway, I went for a ride, and told my mate, who owns fabrication, they build semi-trailers. He's got his own paint booth and everything like that. And he said, yeah, be careful with that, because that's how his paint... I knew his paint booth caught on fire, but I didn't know how. He didn't even know how, but he got told by the fire investigator months down the track, or a few weeks down the track. And what happened was, what they deemed it was, they'd use thinners on rags to clean things down before they paint, and they just threw it into a pile. And perfect storm, temp, wind, humidity, apparently. And these things just self-ignite because they're like fumes within the rags and the thinners and stuff like that, and burnt his whole, like $100 and something thousand paint booth to the ground. Lucky he was insured and everything, got a new one, but that's what they deemed it, and that's what he told me the other day. And I was like, oh geez, so imagine that little shed going up, this would go, half the house would go. So I was like, bugger that, I'm going electric. I was about a year away from going to electric anyway. I definitely was going to sell that because we don't need it. I don't have any grass here, it's all plastic. Only bought it for the vacant block, and we don't need it anymore. My dad just recently got a Zito 18 volt whippersnipper, and I didn't think they'd be really that good, but they are. I tried it out at his house the other day, and he had like 3 petrol ones that he found them and fixed them. He's a mechanic, so he finds them, fixes them, sells them, whatever. And the best one that he had has started playing up, so he's like, bugger it, I'm going to go electric. So put him onto the Zito stuff, and he really, really did a good job. And he's got a 4 amp hour battery, which is, I don't know where mine is. I do have one somewhere here. So it's a bit of a chunky one, but it's not massive. 4 amp hour, and he did back and front, and it's got a battery monitor thing on it. See, so if you press that, the lights come on, tells you how full the battery is. And he still had 3 bars. I've only got 2 there, but yeah, he still had 3 bars of battery after doing his whippersnipper. So he's pretty happy with that. I'm actually going to give him that blower there. It's okay on smooth stuff like here, works quite well, but our rough brick paving just won't touch it, won't do anything with the grass. If you've got leaves on the grass, it's just not powerful enough. So yeah, I'll give him that, so that way he's got the electric, the same battery will work in that and that. Yeah, so that was due for a service. Service is about $100 and something, $110 or something, and they do fuel filter, air filter, new pull start, new spark plug. I think that's it, and a full tank of juice, and give it a tune up and all that. So I've had it done twice before, so I was ready for the 3rd service. And then I was going to get the Azedo 36 volt blower, which is the top of the Wazza, best one Azedo makes. 5-year warranty, which is really good. I would have had to buy 2 more batteries because I wanted the 5.2. They're only that one's only 4 amp hour. I wanted the 5.2 just to get the maximum runtime out of it. You need 2 of them. Then you need the double charger. Then you had to buy the blower. By the time you do all that, it was around the $500 mark, and I was like, it's getting a bit exy for Azedo stuff. So I was looking, and a Toolkit depot owned by Bunnings. They actually had the Ego 650 CFM, which is like 1100 cubic meters, I think it is. So it's 1100 cubic meters per hour, which works out to 650 cubic feet per minute, something like that. They do a 580, the 650, which is what I'm getting, and then they do a 750 as well. I watched some comparison videos, and for me, there's no need. They're talking wet leaves and rocks and mulch. If you need to blow that stuff, then probably go the 750. The 650 will do it, but the 750 will definitely do it. I don't have that problem. I'm literally dust and a couple little leaves, and they're never wet. I'll never do it in winter anyway. It'll dry. We don't get enough rain to worry about that anyway. So yeah, so I got that coming. So I got the 650 coming. They had a bonus on, and they're 56 volt. That's my main. As soon as I saw that the Ego stuff is all 56 volt, I just concentrated on that. They reckon with the 5.2 amp, so you get a 5.2 amp hour battery, you get the charger, and then as a bonus you get another 2.5 amp hour battery. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. All the batteries are 56 volt, and I get 2 batteries. And they reckon with the 5.2 you get 90 minutes runtime out of the 5.2 at full pace, but not on turbo. If you keep turbo pinned, you get about 15-20 minutes. And that's how you get the full 650, but I won't need it. That's not even, I think that's like 400 cubic feet per, sorry, that one, that's 400 cubic feet per minute, something like that. And that works perfectly well here. These electric ones got a throttle and a turbo, so they're not just like that thing there, the Azedo is just off or on, and that's it. That's got a throttle, and these electric Egos have a throttle as well, so, you know, sometimes I won't even need full throttle. Like I don't have that just pinned at full throttle all the time. Sometimes you need a little bit less just to, you know, you don't want to make it too messy if you're near the garden beds or something. So yeah, that'll be coming soon. I had to get it delivered because none of the stores around me had it. I would have had to drive for a fair whack, so I was like, I'm no rush to get it, so I'll just get it. It was free delivery, so I'm just gonna get it delivered. So yeah, that should be coming Wednesday. So we'll do a separate video on that. And we'll do another video on the oil change on the car. I'm about 40 k's away from 5,000 k's, so yeah, it's not going to do any more k's now. It's up. It's going to stay where it is now until we do the oil change. So we'll go and refit these air filters. Let me look through some photos, what I've been saving over the last 2 weeks. Make sure I haven't missed anything, and I'll have a chat about them and put the photos up. I don't like doing voiceovers. Yeah, I'd rather just talk out here and do that. But yeah, I guarantee I've missed something. I remember I've taken a video. We were out on a ride, stopped in the city for a coffee, and I'll put those videos now. Pretty friendly birds.
Sometimes I play with her.
Where's that bird go?
She gets a little fucking...
Oh yeah, my dog.
It's a little carrier.
Yeah, my dog's a lot like that. Yeah, we do it every morning. Yeah. Oh yeah. And a little bird, really friendly, like a dove or something, just was walking right underneath us and everything, just waiting for us to drop a biscuit or something. So yeah, that was pretty. I remember that video. But yeah, let me go and have a look and make sure I haven't forgotten anything. And then we'll go and reinstall them. That's very easy. I've never had a. I took my mates. I caught up with we actually went to Mandurah on the 2nd of January. I think it was the day after. So we're back at my folks' place on the 1st for dinner, New Year's night dinner, and then on the 2nd we went to Mandurah. That's why I've racked up the K's on the Z, because we went to Mandurah. But yeah, I was telling him about this, and then he said, "Oh, how he's not." He wasn't sure if he was going to get it, but I think he might get it. I'm not sure. but yeah, ripped his air filter apart, and it's got a few clips, and you've got to lift the whole thing up and stuff. That's a good system. That how it just 2 clips and it just pulls out. That's really good. Yeah, but yeah, I've never seen one. All the other cars I've had, or you know, friends' cars or whatever, it's clip clip clip, and you got to try and wiggle the thing out and clip, make sure it's all. But that works really well. So yeah, very easy to do. You shouldn't be able to see any oil. See, that's what I'm talking about there. So I'll definitely wipe all that oil up, because you don't want drops of oil sitting on there ready to go into the airflow of the car. So yeah, but anyway, nothing else has really happened out here. No, it's nothing much to say. We really haven't done a lot around the house. It's been very quiet. Just been catching up with friends and family, and yeah, having a bit of a break here and there, but going to the shops, and yeah, so it's been really relaxing Christmas actually. Oh yeah, this is another thing. So I had a stupid idea. I got a kids. I haven't even opened it yet. So this is not gonna. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be big enough. So what I was going to do was make it's a Click Kids playmat. I was actually going to make new floor mats for the car out of this. I've seen it being done. I've got the. Where did I do with them? Here we go. So these are the. And probably dogs are going to end up playing with it. So these are the clips. So you put a little hole in the carpet, put them through, and these are the same clips as what I've got in the car. So the car mat can clip in and not move about. So I've got them. I was going to use this, but I didn't realise it's not actually carpet. It's like a felt material. Definitely not going to be durable enough for floor mats. Lucky it was only cheap. I think I got it off AliExpress. I said I wasn't going to use AliExpress anymore, but there are certain things. I've only used it twice since I said I wasn't going to use it. For this, I couldn't find it anywhere but AliExpress, and it turns out it's not even the right one anyway. And that wire, that green wrap for the hydraulic hose for that lifter, I got that from AliExpress because I couldn't find it. I could find it in other places, but not as cheap as AliExpress. And I needed meters of it, so yeah. But yeah, that's not going to work. I thought it might even be big enough for the boot, and I could make a boot mat out of it. We'll see. It might be, but I don't think it is. But I'll measure it another day. But yeah, we've got to go to the shops this afternoon. So there are Kmart, Target, and a Spotlight, which is Spotlight's like a female version of Bunnings, I suppose. It's all sewing and material and clothes stuff, and yeah, it's like a female Bunnings, I suppose. And they actually sell it. I've seen it on their website, and it looks like carpet in the photos, so I might see if they've got it there and have a look. I'll cut them. I'll just use my existing floor mats as a template. I've got a hot knife somewhere in there. I've got a hot knife, so I can cut it and it won't fray. Then what I might do, my missus is actually going to buy a sewing machine today. That's another reason we're going out. So she wants to make something, and I said, well, this would be perfect if you could put like some border, like a black border, and sew around the floor mat after I cut it to stop it from fraying. So yeah, hopefully she can do that. We'll see how we go. So yeah, so I just got to see where I get this mat from, but I'll do a video on that anyway. But yeah, something a bit fun. And then if you don't like it, you can put the original ones back. It's only a car mat. And then, you know, if you're going on a car cruise, we actually had that was another thing actually. I'll chuck some photos. I organised a little bit of a Z cruise on one of the Z pages, Z Cars of Perth or something like that, Facebook page. And I just put the word out that, you know, we're going to go for a drive if anyone's keen. And we got about 5 cars, I think. There was my car. There was the same model as mine, but a Nismo. 2 convertible 370Zs, and then an old 1974 240Z. Yeah, so good bunch of guys. We just went right up the coast north, had a coffee, and then just drove back on our own. But we cruised up there together and then drove back on our own. We all kind of split up. We're all in different directions, so worked out well. It was nice. So yeah, you'll see those photos. That's it. that's it. Alright, I'll go and look at my photos, make sure I haven't missed anything, and then we'll put these back in the car. Alright, so yeah, neck light. Look like a bit of a dick, but it works. And I've got headlights, so I've got like head torches. I'm sick of them. They get hot. I've got two different ones. So I've got one that's, you know, proper LED lights and all that, and gets ultra hot on your head after about 5 minutes, but it is very bright. It actually works quite well. If you're in winter time, it's alright, it's probably keep your head warm, but the other one I've got are those, I think they're cob circuit on board, I think it means, and they're like a yellow thing, and with the LED, they're not very bright, but they do get hot, and it's right across your forehead, and so yeah, over that. So these can, I've cleaned up all the oil, these can only fit this way, so just make sure there's no poop in there. There's the sensor. There's my phone. I'll take a photo, I'll put it up. I'll say it every time, I might stop saying it, but that camera can't focus that close. So this is much better. So you'll see what I'm talking about in here. There's a round pipe. That photo will be up, you'll be looking at that now. There's a round pipe with a thing in the middle, and you'll see the wire. Let's see if I can zoom, I'll take another photo. It's like a little copper wire or something like that. It runs a bit of electricity through it, and oh yeah, easy. I'll put the flash on. Yep. So if you get a drop of oil on that, it interferes with the electrical current running through, because that's how it senses its temperature. So the more air goes through, the more electricity it has to give to make it a certain temperature. And then if you go on, and that's how it knows how much air for that tube, the diameter, how much current, it can figure out how much air is going into the engine and does what it needs to do. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. That's how it got explained to me. I don't know, if I'm no engineer, that's for sure. So if you have some oil on that, okay, so down and that way, it's much tighter. But if it's so if you have a little bit of oil on that bit of copper, then, and they fit either way, they're square or rectangle, but they fit either way. Yeah, so if you have a bit of oil on that, then you're going to be changing that qualities or whatever. You're changing how much electricity has to go through that to cool it off, or to heat it back up, sorry. And that's why your engine will start running a bit funny. But yeah, that's easy. There's a bit of dust in here. It does get dusty in here, so that's, you can kind of see that it's drawing air from here somewhere. So it's not quite a cold air intake, but it's not a hot air intake. Apparently these cars, because you can buy intakes for these, and they literally just get air from here. They don't, somebody does make a different shroud so it can get air from somewhere, but they reckon because of the turbo, so it goes from here to the turbo, so it really doesn't matter if it drags in hot air from here, because once it goes through the turbo and compresses it, it's getting really hot anyway, and then it goes through a heat exchanger. So yeah, with turbo cars, I don't think it really matters, especially this is, I mean, it's a performance car, but it's not, I'm not asking for the nth bit of performance out of it, so it probably doesn't make a difference. But anyway, we'll see if these make a difference. I'll probably forget about them and not even notice a difference, but they'll make a difference, but at like high RPM, and the car is never at high RPM for very long, so yeah, I don't think you're going to notice it. I just like the fact that you don't ever have to buy air filters again. You just clean them, re-oil them every 20,000 and you're done. So all good. Nothing else has happened in here. Haven't done anything else in here. The only thing I have done is I've tried so many different things. Did have a wireless Android Auto box and a wireless charger. That's gone. The wireless charger worked really well. The box not so much. and it's not a fault of the box. I think it's just the compatibility with the car. It worked, but every 3 minutes you'd get a warning up on the screen of the car saying Bluetooth connection failed, because it's trying to look for a Bluetooth connection, which it doesn't have now, because now you're Bluetooth to the box, then USB from the box to the car. It was just confusing it, I think, so I got rid of it. Because what this does is it actually uses the cable to run Android Auto from your phone, but then there is also a Bluetooth connection from your phone to the car for calls. So it has two connections from your phone to the car, if you use it in the manner that you're meant to be using it. So then what happens is when you try and use a wireless Android Auto box, you're now converting the Bluetooth from your phone to the box and not to the car. And you can only do, I have done it once where it connected both at the same time and calls would work. But as soon as you get out of the car, restart the car, it'll only go to its preferred one, which is the box. You can't have both unless you physically sit in there, and every time you get in and out of or in the car, you tell it to use both, which is annoying, and I'm not doing it. So then I went to that magnetic cable where the little USB thing stays in your back of your phone, stays in there, gives you like a little magnet thing at the end of your phone, and I had it slipping in and out. That works good. The only thing is, you got to make sure I had auto connect on the Wi-Fi network, talking from my phone to the dash cam. So you drive for 10 minutes and it would work really good, and then after 10 minutes something must time out and it connects to the dash cam, which doesn't have an internet connection. So now my phone doesn't have an internet connection and Android Auto stops working because it doesn't have an internet connection. It took me a couple days because I don't drive this every day, so every time I got in it, it was doing it, and it took me about a week to figure out what was going on. 3 or 4 drives to figure out what was going on. It wasn't until my missus was in the car and I was driving and she could play with it. She's pretty savvy with stuff like that, so she actually figured it out. So we turned off Wi-Fi or auto connect on the Wi-Fi network to the dash cam, and then it worked pretty good. And then it plays up again and it comes up displaying that there's 23 missed calls and 23 messages, and you disconnect your phone but it still tells you that you've got battery on your phone and 23 messages. And so I just cracked it the other day. So I actually ordered one of I went back to basics really and ordered this thing. So it's about the neatest solution I could come up with. USB-C to USB-C. Good old Amazon, good for things like that because it comes nice and quickly, and it has magnets in it, so it kind of coils up like that and can't, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, just type in magnetic USB-C cable, but there's magnets all in this cable, and yeah, so you can unwind it and then put it back and it finds its way again. So another reason why I went back to this is because I had that thing that you slide your phone in and it clicks in down the bottom with its magnetic adapter. That's all good, but then when you actually want to pull your phone out to like do something on your phone, you lose Android Auto in the car because you've disconnected it. So doing it this way, and then I went to a really short cable. I think it's in there. I went to like a 200mm cable because that's all you need to go from there to your phone, and it's only here. Again, you can't pull the phone out and use it. You've got to disconnect it. So that's probably too long, but I couldn't find a 1/2 meter one that was going to come within a few days. It was all weeks and weeks. So that being a meter means that you can still be connected to the car and bring your phone up and use it and do whatever you need to do, and you don't lose connection. So that works out quite well. But yeah, and that's all it's going to be now. So you just pull it out like that, and then when you're done, you can just pull it back, and it keeps it nice and neat, I suppose. Don't know how long it's going to last, but we'll see. Give it a run. So yeah, so I can put that back now. Throttle control is going really good. I really don't find myself playing with it too much. It's not something that I even bought to do that with. It was really to have the throttle lock was a bonus, but it was really to have the valet mode. Actually, I took the car to the dealer on Tuesday just gone on the 31st, and they turned off active noise control, active noise cancelling, and the fake engine sound. I told them to turn it off. So yeah, that was, put it in valet mode, and then they could have it. And I don't think they actually even drove it. They just put it in the workshop, connected it up to the computer. You can't do it from here. Nissan has to do it. So yeah, definitely the car sounds a lot better now because you don't have the noise cancelling. You can notice a difference in the car. When you're talking to someone, your voice sounds different, whereas the noise cancelling sounded like you were in a padded room when you talk to each other, whereas now it sounds like you're a bit more distant. Your voice just sounds a bit more distant. It doesn't sound worse or better, it's just different. And then the fake engine noise makes a big difference, because I think it sounded really good when I had the standard exhaust. It almost sounded like a valved exhaust, and you were pressing a valve, and it was matched really well. But now that I've changed the exhaust, I've done the muffler delete on the back, it just sounded funny. It was like they were trying to compete against each other. They were almost the same kind of noise, but one's coming from underneath the steering column, because that's where the speaker is, and then one's coming from the back with the exhaust, and it just didn't sound right. So yeah, much better now. The downshift, I've noticed, sounds really, really racy. The downshift sounds really good. Acceleration's the same, but the downshift sounds really good. So yeah, all good. And that's purely because it's all just exhaust noise now. So all good. But yeah, the controller, this throttle controller, it was mainly for that, to get that valet mode. I did get in contact with the guy around the corner from me that does tuning for these with ECU Tech, a proper tune. It's a detectable tune though, so I really didn't want to do it, because if you have any warranty issues, they can kind of blame your tune because you're pulling more power out of it. But I wanted to know how much it cost. So $1,900 was about that. It was 19 something, but yeah, $1,900, and he'll give it a good tune. I don't know what horsepower you end up with, whatever, but it'll be about the 500 wheel horsepower mark. But you get valet mode, you get 7 different maps or something. I can't remember, but pretty good. Like, yeah, not bad, but not for $2,000, and it voids your warranty. Maybe when this is out of warranty, I might think about it, but not yet. So then I came across, I'll put a screenshot up. It's a Berger Motorsports JB4 piggyback tune, and you're getting similar horsepower and a fair bit more torque gains to the ECU Tech. The ECU Tech is by far the best method, but it's detectable. This piggyback tune I can install it in about 20 minutes. It actually hooks up to the OBD2 port. You run a cable through, hooks up to your OBD2 port, hooks up to a few sensors in the engine bay. Just unclick, click. There's no cutting, no soldering. Totally reversible. Totally undetectable. If you have something wrong with your car, take it back to the dealer. You can just disconnect everything, and then when you get it back, you put it back in. It's absolutely not detectable. And hooking it up to your OBD2 port gives you data logging, gives you boost by gear as well, because now that box knows what gear you're in because of the OBD2 port. You can have like a little bit less boost in first and second gear, and then more boost, or all the boost, plus 7 psi. I think it gives you an extra boost of 7 psi. As long as you're using the right fuel. You got to use 98 octane fuel. So yeah, I thought that would be a good one. That's about $1,200. It's $1,000 for the box, and then another $200 to get the Bluetooth module that connects to the box, which allows you then to change maps on your phone. If you don't get that, you've got to bring a laptop with you to change settings on it, and I'm not interested in that. I don't have a laptop, so it's cheaper for me to buy the actual Bluetooth module. Looks like it works pretty good. But yeah, they're getting pretty good gains on that. They're getting up from, I think these dyno at about 380 wheel horsepower, and they're getting up to about the 460, 480 wheel horsepower. So a good 100 horsepower, 120 newton meters in torque, or foot-pounds. I don't know, I can't remember. I always get them two confused. I know which one's metric and imperial, but I don't know what they're talking in. So yeah, it's 100 horsepower and 100 either newton meters or foot-pounds of torque. The main thing it does is, if you have a look at a dyno graph for a Nissan Z, when you floor it, it goes up, and then it peaks, comes down, and then goes up again on the torque. Not the horsepower stays pretty good, but the torque, it's got a torque drop at about 3,500 RPM, 4,000. This thing gets rid of it and just makes it linear, and which makes it feel like it's got, even though towards the end it's only picking up 100 Newton meters of torque, at the 3 or 4,000 I think it's like 180 or 150 or something like that. I'm probably making numbers up, but it's more than what it is at the end, so it fixes up that bump and it makes it feel a lot quicker than what it's actually doing at the end, if you're judging it by the end numbers. But yeah, but that'll be interesting. I would have ordered it already, but they're out of stock, so I've got to wait till they're in stock for that. I've been emailing them for the last 2 or 3 weeks before Christmas, and they're not getting back to me, so I don't know if they're having a really good holiday or they just can't be bothered getting back to me. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'll get onto them. Tomorrow is like everybody's pretty much back at work. It's all, you know, back to normal, so I'll get onto them again. They don't have a phone number. I can't find a phone number for them, so yeah, it's pretty much I'm stuck, limited to emails. So apparently in here is where you run the cable for this tuning box to go into the dash. There's a grommet there. I'm pretty sure it's there. Yeah, it has to be, because that's where the pedals are. I think it's under there, but that's going to be difficult. But yeah, that's about the hardest thing, I reckon, is running that plug through there to go to the OBD2 port. You don't have to connect it to the OBD2 port, but you won't get all the functions of the tuning box. You won't get boost by gear or data logging or a couple other things, so all good. I'm going to get when I get my new blower, I'm going to give this a nice blowout, get all the dust and some leaves and stuff up there, so I'll give it a nice clean out. I also bought it because I've been using that little Azito one to dry the wheels after I wash the car and dry the car, and it works alright, but it just doesn't have enough power. It's got the wind speed, but it doesn't have the oomph behind it, the actual volume of air. So this new thing should have, well, it's faster, and it's got way more volume of air, way more push behind it. So I'll be using that to dry the cars. I'll be using that to clean in here, clean the whole backyard, front yard, everything. So you use it for spider web removal, everything. So all good. Oh, and this thing's working good too. I cut a bit more of the dash out, as you can see there, the dash mat, just to give this more sun going to it, because it was playing up again. Like even just in the slightest shadow, the headlights would come on and the dash would dim. All the lights on the dash would dim because it thinks it's dark. So yeah, and that's the whole reason I went down this route of making that more sensitive. But that actually broken the aircon. So I got a new one, $68 from Amazon. Took a couple of weeks to get here. Had to come from America. Clicked it in, cut a bit more of that dash around, and she's sweet now. The aircon's working. Mickey Mouse, the other day we drove it was like 37, 38 degrees. And had the aircon on like 21, 22, and we were both pretty cold. I could have risen the temperature up. Whereas with before, when that was broken, it was 16 degrees and you felt hot air coming out of the aircon and all that. So that was a lucky find, that. So yeah, otherwise I would have been giving this to the guy to pull the dash out and spend $3,000 on a new aircon condenser or evaporator that's under the dash. It would have done it all, and it still would have been broken. So very lucky there. Dodged a bullet. So yeah, everything got a wash. That car got a wash on the same day, a couple of days ago. Went through this one pretty well because I haven't done it for a while. This one just needs a quick one. It doesn't get dirty. And then my missus' car, we both did that yesterday, and that got a big birthday because it actually rained a few weeks ago. A week and a half ago, a couple of weeks ago. And it's just been filthy. It just sprinkled, so it was just got really dirty. So gave that a good wash. That's ceramic coated too, that little i20. So when you wash that, it comes up really good. Did the whole treatment, did the UV coat at the end, and didn't do the interior because my missus did that not long ago. So yeah, didn't do the interior. Turn that neck light off. Don't need that anymore. What else did we do? Yeah, did the rims, the tyres, just gave it a nice clean up, so worked out all right. So all good. The dash cam's going really good. I actually had to pull some footage off that the other day coming back from Mandurah. There was an idiot. I'll put the video in this video. actually in a company car and just trying to bully his way in front of me. And this car just really, it's a dickhead magnet. I don't know what it is. Yeah, never had that drama before. It's not me. I'm not the one riling them up. I don't know what it is. I don't know. And it seems to be always Ford Rangers. I don't know what it is. But yeah, me and the missus in the car coming back from Mandurah, we were knackered. You know, we were been out the whole day, just sitting in the lane, just coming back. Bit of traffic on the road, but it was speed limit. Like we could all do the speed limit. And this guy was just behind me, trying to cut in front of me. Then I'd get in front of him, he'd get pissed off, but I was just driving normal. Yeah, just didn't like me for some reason. I don't, maybe he doesn't like Nissans, I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, and then started cutting in front of me, thinking he could bully his way. I didn't let him in. And then he got sticking his finger out the window and yelling at me and all sorts of stuff. It was pretty funny. But anyway, he had a company car, so yeah, let's just say that the company now knows about what he did, because I got his number plate, the sticker on the side of his car. I got the speed, because my dash cam says the speed as well, and I'm not doing, it's 100 zone. I was doing like 101, and you can see him speed up right next to me. He's trying to cut in front of me, and then because he got angry, so then he's like gone left and gone around a truck, and yeah, so you can see that I'm just doing a consistent speed, and this idiot's just driving like an absolute. Yeah, and I don't know what it was. He was behind me for a long time, then he got blocked by some trucks, so maybe that's what it was, and he was, because I kind of got in front of the trucks, but he didn't. Maybe that's what pissed him off. I don't know, but whatever. So that was a bit of an exciting ride back. We were almost back home as well, and he just ruined the whole trip, that guy. So, but yeah, I sent him an email and sent him all the footage and screenshots and all that kind of stuff, and where it was and what time, so they can have a bit of a chat to him. Because I used to drive a company car with stickers all over it, and I'm not a road raging type of person, but I wouldn't drive like an idiot like that in a company car, because flying the flag for the company and then you act like that. But anyway, if that's what he wanted to do, that's what he wanted to do. But anyway, I think we'll call it there. That's a bit too much chit chat from me. My mouth's getting dry, so I think we'll go to the shops pretty soon. What is the time? Plus his battery's almost flat, so that's a good hour of chit chat. No, we've got another hour. I won't talk for another hour though, that's okay. So yeah, the stereo sounds much better after turning the noise cancelling and the fake engine noise wouldn't have had anything to do with it, but the noise cancelling, turning that off has made the stereo sound pretty good. Might be a project for a future project, but I probably still will upgrade the sub. I'm just not happy. It's not good. Like it sounds all right, but you got to have the volume up quite high for it to hear any kind of bass. Whereas I'd rather have the bass at lower volume. I don't want it that loud. So, and at lower volume, it's like there's no sub. It sounds really tinny. So, yeah, having a separate sub better than the one that's in there would be good. So I might next time I'm going. I've got one stereo shop that I've been using for my previous Tirana. This car. The Tirana's been there twice, this car's been there once. They're really good, he's a nice dude. So when I'm down that way, I might just drop in and see what he reckons. I know Ken would make a spare tyre sub, but then you're going to have to run a power wire to the battery that's over there in the engine base. That needs its own power run, fused power run. Plus I don't know where they take the signal for the sub from. I'm not sure whether you can just use the one that's already there, or it has to come off a speaker and then through another. I don't know. I don't know much about it, and I don't want to go ripping and breaking clips and stuff just to try and find out. So I'll leave it to the pros. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, the little deflector on the aircon's working really well. Even those hot days, we had the aircon on at like 26 degrees. We were pretty comfortable. Like it wasn't cold, it wasn't hot, it was just good. Whereas previously we'd had to have it on 23, 24. So it's definitely made a difference there. But yeah, all good. That's about it. I'm not going to talk anymore. I think that's about it. So I'll get this video up. I was kind of thinking to split them, because to do the air filter and the oil filter in one video would be too much, I think. So yeah, I think this would work out better doing this and a bit of a catch up what's been happening. Just because I haven't made a video for 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, so we'll keep this one and the catch up. That was easy anyway. That was really easy. Anyone could do that. In and out, too easy. So yeah, so I'm just wondering, because it is going to be hot tomorrow, so I'm not doing the oil change in this. Yeah, we'll do it on it's only tomorrow's going to be 37, the rest of the week's like 28, so I'll pick a day next week. Yeah, plus I'm back at work now anyway. We start back at work tomorrow, so it's not like I can come here in the morning and do it. I'm already at work at 6 o'clock, so it's an afternoon job for me. So, and not going to come in here when it's like, if it's 37 outside, it's going to be 40 degrees in here. It's quite warm because that door faces west, so it cops all the afternoon sun. It heats up, so it's a morning job, or a day where it's not too hot. You can open that door and this door, put the fan on, and it's not too bad. But yeah, 37, I'm not going to be in here. No rush anyway. I'm not driving it for the rest of the week, so it'll get done this week or Saturday, Sunday, something like that if I need. Yeah, I've got no plans on driving the car, so yeah, plenty of time. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the oil change video on this one.